feel. It's a blunt rock. Hey, what's going on, Jack? Just getting up. Just about to get ready for work. Another day. Hey, Rain, how you been? Not bad, not bad. I hope you've been good too as well. Now I have to help my dad with a church. Oh, a church part. Oh, that's what's up, bro. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Did you relocate? No, I haven't relocated yet. Monday, I handle all my tickets and shit. Uh, yeah, Monday I handle my tickets, and then, I'm definitely getting out of here. I just don't know where I'm going yet. But yeah. Hey, what's going on, Rose? I think so. I think what I'm gonna do is I have some shit that I'll sell off the net and shit, and then I'm gonna try and see if I could do a streaming channel to where I could stream movies and shit. They say you can stream, but just gotta, you can't leave it up for rewatch. So I'm gonna look into that, and I might do it like a movie streaming channel. Hey, I appreciate that, Ray. Hey, what's going on, Eminem? Yeah, San Jose's been just, and I know it's not just San Jose, but San Jose for me has been a hectic atmosphere. Oh yeah, yep. I'm here right now because I went to the recycle. They see me separate my shit, and I usually get there early around this time when nobody's there. And when I went there this morning, it was loaded, like 5 or 6 different people. So I'm probably not even gonna turn my shit in today. Like I'm literally fucking like I can't take no more, bro, unless I put it inside the vehicle, and I'm not finna do all that. Like the whole fucking all around, all around that motherfucker's loaded. So yeah. I appreciate that, Ross. I'm going to bed. Can't really deep breathe the last couple of days. Hey, back at you. Hey, try some Vicks. Try some Vicks vapor rub. That might help you. But yeah. Have a good day or good night. I'm not sure what time it is where you're at, but wherever you are, have a good one. Let's see. Damn. Yeah. And what they saw me separating that shit. They saw me separating it, so they figured they developed a little skid on me. Maneuvering around these motherfuckers, man. I went the other day to recycle over where you go, and I got like 67. Oh yeah, over there. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool. That spot is. I don't think they pay you the most. It's another one right there on Blossom Hill, called Snitzer or something like that. Or I believe it's called Snitzer. It might be something else. They pay you a little bit more, but this place right here, you know, you can actually see your weight, and you know, it's better to be able to see what you're getting, and they don't jip you rather than, you know, they place that shit on the thing and you don't know what you're getting anyways, and they jip you because they can jip you out a whole lot more. Jesus was gang stuck. Yeah, I've heard that. I've definitely heard it. Oh yeah, that's good too. Cough drop. Hey, top of the morning, spiritual. They got a campaign on me. Like if I want excuse me, it's legitimate. I was talking about smoking zigzag wraps. You know, people were questioning me on, you know, what I smoke, and I was like, I only smoke zigzag wraps. I don't fuck with nothing else. Now all the stores, like I gotta go literally away from downtown excuse me, it's legitimate. I literally gotta go out of downtown to get a blueberry zigzag or to get a zigzag wrap period. But that's what I get. Like that's like my regular is blueberry zigzag. And now I gotta go like way to the other side of town. Like they fucking took them off the shelves. Like everything else is super stocked except the zigzag wraps. So now, excuse me, legitimate. I gotta do smoked out of that shit. So that's probably why I'm coughing a little more, a little more. Do you go to Santa Cruz? No, I've always wanted to. I've always wanted to. But nah, I just I'm afraid of heights and shit, and I can't like if I'll freeze up on the mountains and shit if it's like one of those mountains with a little thin road, a little two-way road, but there's a cliff on the other side. Like I'll freeze up. I'll stay right there until somebody come tone me down from that motherfucker. Yeah, I would. Go to LA, I'll be hell no. Hell. Man. LA LA is bad. Man, I was like traveling and one of my stops was to be stopped in LA in downtown LA, and right across like right around the corner from the Greyhound was fucking Skid Row. And I don't know anything about LA, so I'm just walking, I'm walking and blowing my time. I got like a 2-hour layover and shit. Man, I know that motherfucker is. I know that. Man, excuse me, it's legitimate. I know they're stocking like a motherfucker out there, bro. And them is them fucking like them is them. Them is them all them. It's just different, man. They have a whole different mentality. And if you, them motherfuckers likely to kill your ass for these motherfuckers. Yeah, it's all self out there. It's everybody's for themselves out there. Go to okay, Virginia Beach, Venice Beach, Venice. What's going on, Virgo? Yeah, Skid Row, man, that was something else. That was a hell of an experience. That was a hell of an experience, and I was kind of young too, so they were. They were trying to pressure me to buy all types of shit from fake jewelry, fake weed. They had this fucking, I think it was parsley and shit. It was like parsley on a stick, but it was like they butted it up somehow. I don't know how they butted that shit up, but they had that shit like fucking on a stick, and they tried to tell me that shit was Thai stick. I was like, hell no, that shit stink. Man. You calling me a liar? You you disrespecting my product? I was like, fuck that. I'm not finna get caught up out here on no bullshit. No. Hey, what's going on, Tanya? I heard a lot of New Yorkers are leaving NYC. I don't know if it is because of the pandemic or they can't pay their rent or whatever. Well, they're doing some shit to where they're gonna make it mandatory. They're trying to make it mandatory, and they're gonna, from what I've been watching, they say they're gonna have like two people, or it's gonna be like two military, some military fucking agents or whatever you call them, military people, and then the doctors will be knocking at your door, escorted by, the military. We are in for a real big fucking, I won't say surprise because we know, but we're in for a hell of a ride. Oh yeah, they used the whole entire homeless population to do it in San Diego. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a Raw Truth. Raw Truth is out there. Well, he left San Diego actually, but yeah, man, they were fucking with him kind of tough too. And then you too. So, what was that San Diego? Yeah, you were in San Diego, right? Yeah, I remember they had that one dude when you went to your, was it yoga? Zim, what was it? Zumba, 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 or whatever your dancing thing. I remember they had that one weirdo always out there watching you and shit. When cops stake out a drug dealer, they use the same gang stalking tactics. Oh yeah, yep. Entrapment, everything. And they're so bad out here with their entrapment and the drug situation. Like, when they're, excuse me, that's legitimate. When they're, investigating people, staking them out or whatever, like they have their informants. Like their informants will literally go like into the fucking, like wherever you're selling it at, and they'll smoke that shit in front of you. They'll even go as far as to have sex with you, like, like, and that shit in itself, like, the police shouldn't, like, that in itself should be illegal. Oh, happy birthday, Virgo. How you feel not being gangster? How you feel being gangster? Yeah. Woof. Manda- what? Hold on. Hey, top of the morning, Tanya. Hey, mandatory for what? I hope you are doing. Oh yeah, I'm definitely maintaining, hanging in there. Mandatory for what? Mandatory, fucking vaccination. I just mandatory, vaccinations and shit. That's what they're saying. But I believe, not that it probably is gonna do any good, but I believe that they shouldn't be forcing people to fucking take that shit. Like, you should have a choice whether you want to put that shit in your body, especially when it's a scientific fact and it's been medically proven and stated in public fucking records that vaccinations aren't safe. You can die from them, and they'll have no, like, nothing. They have no fucking repercussions for that shit. Fucking kill your ass, stick a fucking needle in you with that serum or whatever, and you'll be a dead motherfucker. That wouldn't even pay for your funeral. Let alone anything else. I was gang stalked from San Diego to LA on my way to TI meeting a few years back. Saying they backed up traffic right on the freeway. Yeah, they're like robots, man. They're literally like some type of fucking virus. Fucking bacteria and shit. I know when I first started going through this shit, I was thinking like, I thought these motherfuckers had to be psychic, man. I was like, man, they gotta be, like, how are they fucking doing this? Like, how are they fucking, like, I would pull up and like I wouldn't even be fucking, like, the dude or the chick wouldn't even be looking at me, and then fucking just do some outlandish ass fucking shit. Like, and they wouldn't see me pull up or nothing. Tried looking for earpieces to see if somebody was telling them shit. Like, these motherfuckers is aliens, man. It's psychic or something. It's not human. I took an Amtrak train to LA a long time ago. When I arrived in LA, they had some dude beating his head against the wall. Yeah, that's that intimidation shit. They love to try and pull that intimidation shit. They like to do that shit like. Oh man, fucking weirdo. Like, this dude went out his way to go into the trunk of his car and put a garbage can inside of his car to fucking fuck with me. Literally put a garbage can inside of his truck. Like, that's how weird these people are. They be trying to fucking make me feel bad about recycling and shit. They'll come up to me and be like, "Oh, how much do you make a can? How much do you make for a bag?" About $5. Like, they be talking big shit, trying to hurt my feelings and shit like that shit. Like, come on, dude. Pretty soon you're gonna be out of a job, so you'll be resorting to this in a minute while you're talking shit, talking all that shit. You'd probably be eating out that motherfucker. Yeah, all these motherfuckers talking shit to me about fucking recycling. They gonna be eating out the trash in a couple fucking weeks. Everyone watched Kyle's video about Lily Wave. Is it one of the latest ones he did? I lived in North County. Yeah, Zumba. Okay, Zumba, yeah. I think they even that one shit they I think we were talking and then fucking like I think I was telling you about the booty bandits or some shit and they were that somebody what was that? I think it excuse me, it's legitimate. It was like a Family Dollar and shit and they booty bandits you. Listen, they try they do try to have they do try to have with you. I don't. They get out of it. Yeah, they just they're it's all to make you feel worse of a person. Definitely to make you feel less than. And those words, the words they shit, the shit they say, cause like if like the shit that they be doing, like for instance, the job shit, or like they'll have like a bunch of fucking dudes, what would you call them? Fake couples, or maybe even real couples walking down the street holding hands, and like they always try and make you feel like you'll never amount up to anything. You'll never be in a relationship. You'll never have any money. You know that. They call me a bum. Like if I fell victim to just all the fucking verbal abuse and harassment, like I would probably be fucking somewhere fucking with shit and fucking piss all on myself, like thinking like I'll never fucking I'd be like a lost hope, like that those words, the words and the way they try and make you feel like you can't fall victim to that shit, because they'll make you feel like scum. They'll make you feel like them. Oh, I don't want to feel like that. Nappy, do you drink coffee? Yes, sir. Drinking some right now. Actually, I slowed up on it, though. I slowed up on it. I used to drink that shit all night. I'm not taking the vaccine shot. Yeah, me neither. Like, I mean, realistically speaking, of course, if like the military gets involved, then fucking, you can't stop them from sticking a needle in you if they pin you down and all that bullshit. But if choice has something to do with it and fight, then I'm gonna definitely fight not to get that shit. God is gonna know that I didn't give in and they did that shit on purpose. Like they can get that shit in me and shit. They can stick that little needle in me, but God is gonna know like he didn't want it. He wasn't accepting it. They forced that. Just like the masks, there are some that have asthma and to begin they're not good. Oh yeah, the masks are bullshit. And if you ask me, they're just fucking placating the shit out of us, man. They fucking the two biggest things of this fucking the two biggest fucking excuse me legitimate. The two biggest fucking events on the planet this year both coincide together. You got the guy with the fucking, the I can't breathe slogan, and then you got motherfuckers wearing masks and shit, and you can't breathe under those fucking masks. Like, you're fucking up like, they're fucking placating the shit out of us. Literally, like, it's fucking poetry what the fuck they're doing to us right now. They're fucking. They are literally fucking writing fucking poetry in real, like, off of paper. Like, they're fucking creating poetry in real time and shit. That's legitimate. I don't know how the hell we're so stupid. Like, you know, not to say like everybody is stupid and shit, but just, in general, the human race, everybody accumulated together. I don't know how the fuck we're so stupid, man. And if we're really this fucking stupid, do you really believe that we could come out with the technology that we have today? Do you really believe this technology is from the mind of a fucking human? We can't even see fucking shit right in front of our faces, let alone trying to figure out where shit comes from. Oh man, life is crazy. Legitimate, life is crazy, man. Hey, top of the morning, Tony. Fake, don't be conditioned for New World Order by one. Yeah, I definitely feel the same, man. I do believe the virus is out there, and I do believe it's a little bit more serious than what they're fucking, like the common cold. Like, some people say it's the common cold, but it's just like, I believe it's an evolved case that they made and that they're dishing out to people. You're telling us to wear masks, but you're telling everybody that it's cool to come out and go do. Like, fuck the mask, just keep me at home then. If it's really a fucking disease out there and it's fucking people spread, I don't want to wear the mask. I just want to stay home. Don't fucking open up no fucking schools. Don't open up none of that shit. Keep people locked down. Grocery stores and fucking, necessities only open. You feel me? But all that wearing a mask and all that fucking bullshit, that just creating a path for another fucking bullshit story. Now they can say, oh, we let the fucking people out and, it got worse. It's like they're just fucking, they're leaving the page to be fucking written, the book to be written in. Like, excuse me, that's legitimate. And nip everything in the bud, keep everybody at home. I mean, if it was a real situation like that. Hey, morning, HM. What? Excuse me. You guys got to excuse me. It's this fucking cigar that I wrap this shit in. It's too strong. Excuse me, you guys. Two idiots drive with trash bag hanging off their driver's side mirror. Yeah, they're idiots, man. You really gotta have no life. You gotta have no life as well as the mind of a child to come up with the things that these people come up with. Like maybe they have to work and manage and organize programs like this because they're too fucking stupid to fucking do anything else, man. A lot of rich people get put into positions not because they know what the fuck they're doing, but because they're connected with people and shit. A lot of these fucking police, they get it put into these fucking police. They get legitimate. A lot of police get put in a uniform not because they fucking, you know, they when they're born, they have a fucking position in that fucking field because their fucking families and shit. Oh, my dad was a cop. My uncle, most cops, like if you ask them, ain't too many first fucking, ain't too many cops in the field with them just being the cop. Like, did they have a fucking line of family members and shit? Or they're fucking hooked up in some fraternity or fucking, not because of their brains, because they don't even know the fucking law. Like, you literally gotta fucking argue with them about your fucking rights, and then when they're wrong, they won't even say sorry. They'll still, once they find, like, they can find out they're wrong, they'll still push the fucking issue. I had someone drive with a dog leash hanging out the car window. Oh man, a couple. They didn't do it too often. It's legitimate because I recorded it like both times, but you know, a couple times. Excuse me, it's legitimate. I recycle around like parking garages and shit. And they got those parking garages where you can look on the, if you're parking in the garage and they go up hella high, like, like skyscrapers, just, they go up and fucking, you can look over the side and down to the ground and shit, like when, like they had the dumpsters and shit, like to where my back is facing, or yeah, my back is facing the fucking parking garage, and like I'll be recycling this shit. It's not funny, or it wasn't funny at the time. It's still not funny, but when you think about it, like these people, like they go out their way to piss you off. Like a couple times, like they fucking slid real slow a fucking noose, a noose down while I was recycling to where like, you know, by the time like I'm done recycling and I turn around to go back to my van and shit, there's a fucking noose and shit. Like, I be like, what the fuck? Like how, like how the fuck, man? They used to go out their way. They used to go out their way to call me nigger. Um, just anything that they thought like would fucking super. Like in the beginning, it really did piss me off until I fucking, I started understanding like that's what they were trying to do is piss me off and shit. And even still, like that shit still fucks with you, but but the knowledge you can fucking wiggle through that shit. But they used to fucking call me nigger. They used to have fucking black dogs. They used to call their dogs fucking shit like kunta. Even when I was in Sacramento, they was calling their dogs Toby, like in every fucking neighbor in the neighborhood had a fucking dog named fucking Toby. Everybody, and they always called their dog. Like they always wanted me to hear them fucking call their dogs. And you know, when I was there, like the residence where I wasn't paying rent and shit. So, and you know, it's a good neighborhood, so I can't fucking just fucking put anybody in jeopardy like that. You feel me? But still, like that shit used to piss me off, man. Noise campaigns, like with like real fucking real fucking muscle cars, like you know, like hobbies and shit. Motherfuckers been spending all their lives putting together fucking Bel Airs and Mustangs and shit. Just fucking, you know, real like the chrome engines and shit like that. Had that shit in their empty ass garage where the echo is and all. Like their garage would be empty as fuck, so it'd be like all echo. And when they fucking turn their engines on, man, you know. And that shit didn't really bother me. I like cars and shit, you know. And you know, I've been around that type of shit, but like it still it does bother you sometimes. Like when you're trying to sleep and all that shit. But that shit, these motherfuckers, like they literally try and provoke the shit out of you. I think the first couple months, the first 3 or 4 months, maybe even the first year, they're gonna fucking they're gonna pull everything out the hat on you. Cause they know once you find out, like the chances of you surviving this shit and not knowing anything about it are really fucking slim. But once you find out and you get that little bit of knowledge, I think you know you that puts a long excuse me, it's legitimate. That puts a long portion of life on your situation, man. Oh yeah, they sent me a yeah. Yeah, they used to get with you all the time. I remember that shit. Oh man, that apartment complex. Yeah, I'm glad you got out that motherfucker though. Nappy last three videos. Okay, last three videos. I definitely and a transsexual to harass me to after they knew me. So, yeah, exactly. Yup. I remember that shit. They used to hit me with those too, a bunch of them. It was this one. It's this one. I still see him downtown sometimes. They put him out there, but not too much. But there was this one hella big, like a football player, hella tall. Probably this motherfucker probably like 6'5", 6'7". I bullshit you not. And he got one. He's a Puerto Rican dude with like one long ass fucking dread that's like a ponytail, and that shit comes down. It's like one fucking clump, and it comes down all the way down like his back. And boy, he pulls it around his fucking. He wears it like on his shoulder. Like it gotta be like hella heavy because he keeps a towel like on his shoulder, and he fucking puts the rest of the fucking dreadlock on his fucking on the towel and lets it hang down. And fucking this dude, man. Like you would think, like if he dressed like a dude, you would think he was some type of gangster or some type of shit, like some type of like shot caller or some shit like that. But this dude, man, and they used to always send him around me and shit. Like he just fucking pop up. He wasn't bad as Motormouth, but he was pretty bad. Real talk, they try to hurt you emotionally. Yeah, yeah, that's what you can't give into, man. You know, once you feel that feeling that shit brings in your stomach, there's a certain feeling that you get in your stomach, almost like butterflies when they fuck with your emotional. And that shit, that's like your fucking like that right there is fucking excuse me, it's legitimate. If you're not, I don't want to say mentally strong, but if you're not, you know, if you don't try and be aware of that shit, that feeling and that fucking, that shit is dangerous, man. That shit makes people kill people. That shit makes people kill themselves. That's not the feeling that people should be playing with. Playing with people's families, playing with people's money, playing with people's trust. Those are like the, you know, if you don't know what's going on, that shit can get you in a lot of trouble. And they know that shit. That's why they do it. Because it's guaranteed you're gonna do something. Guaranteed you're gonna do something to somebody, or you're gonna kill yourself. You're definitely gonna do something to somebody, or you're gonna kill yourself. Yeah, you know how many people have fucking killed themselves in jail because they've heard that they're fucking, you know, their spouse has fucking, like a person will fucking kill themselves over their spouse cheating on them before they would kill themselves over their fucking mom dying or some shit like that. They're like, you know, like I know of at least 3 people locked up that have killed themselves behind either a fucking Dear John letter or fucking hearing that their fucking girl cheated on them. You could give them life in prison and they wanted to kill themselves, but first minute they hear and I'm not laughing at it. Shouldn't be laughing, it's not funny, but the first minute they hear like their chick or somebody cheated on them and shit, it's over with. They don't want to live through that. Besides, and I've been through it. I've been not never to the point to where never to the point to where I would even think about committing suicide, but I've had, you know, someone that I was with break up with me while I was in jail, or you know, start messing with somebody else, and I hear about it, and you know that shit, it fucking hurts, and then that should be on your mind, like that should be on your mind like 24/7, but it's definitely not worth. Excuse me, it's legitimate. It's not worth killing yourself, but that feeling in your stomach. It's a hell of a feeling. But yeah, the hand holding couple, people pushing carts to say I'll be homeless, try to call me trash, throwing trash around me when they are really exactly. That's like 100% on point. Yep. That's they like to use scooters. I don't got a house, so they can't really push the homeless issue on me. But they do push the I'm gonna take your vehicle. They push the I'm gonna take your vehicle issue. Like they do that really vicious. Tell me, oh, that's a nice. Like I have people come tell me, oh, that's a nice van and shit. Uh, don't lose that. You don't want to lose that. And then I got motherfuckers riding with scooters, on scooters and shit, pulling carts and fucking riding with bikes, pulling carts and shit. Got people ghost riding bikes, tow trucks and shit driving all around me. Like they literally like they're trying to hit you so much from so many different angles, man. From so many different angles, man. That's why if I ever, you know, get into something to where they're gonna try and take this, like I got so much fucking evidence of fucking entrapment, vehicular harassment and shit, and all these people harassing me are fucking like they got one head, like they gotta be connected. Like I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna show them the evidence. You know, I don't want to sound crazy to you, Judge, so I'm just gonna give you the footage and let you see the shit. Police driving crazy with one headlight and shit, like people walking all in the middle of the fucking street on a green light holding me up, like, okay. Given I'm in downtown and, you know, there are crazy people downtown, but as many crazy people as I got fucking walking in the middle of the fucking street and they're all color coded and all black. Like they're all wearing all black. So see, they give themselves away because they color code themselves in all one fucking color. You feel me? It's easy to fucking connect them. They so many one headlight bandits. Easy to fucking connect them. Like all you gotta do is get their phone records. Um, get their fucking phone records. Like you can't beat fucking technology, so you can connect them all together, guaranteed. Phones and names. That's all you need is fucking their fucking license, their names, and go take that shit to a good attorney or whoever investigator, and have that motherfucker connect that shit up. He'll be connecting family members, fucking all types of shit. Family members, fucking fucking boyfriend and girlfriend motherfuckers and all types of shit. It probably would only take like one, if you could fucking get one cell phone, if you could fucking figure a way to finagle these motherfuckers out of like one of their fucking cell phones and give it to a legitimate investigator, man, this shit would probably be shut down. But there's nobody out there legitimate, I don't think, that'll do it. Everybody's too afraid of getting shut down, or either this shit becoming a part of their life. grandfather died, his funeral was so huge, like 300 people, like white, Indian, people before even the feds with their badges was there. You think? Well, I don't. I, I mean, it was like you said the feds was there too, and you noticed the feds. Like was he a figure, like a political figure, like a big time drug dealer or something? Did he work for the government? The only time I really hear about him doing shit like that is drug dealers, government, or if it's like a police officer. Maybe somebody in the feds that actually went to his funeral, like somebody that he knew that was in the feds got escorted to his funeral, because they can do that. Like they'll let you, like if it's a family member or something, and you qualify, like you're eligible, they'll let you, like you can go to the funeral, you'll just be escorted. You'll still be in chains and shit, like shackles. Yeah, they are fucking bullies, cowards. It's the world we live in. I think if we were back in my grandmother's days right now, if we were back in the days of my grandmother, like I think this shit would go on. But I think people had more morals back then. Like I don't think as many people would be doing it. I mean, who's to say? I don't know that for a fact, but it's just like everything's fucking changing and shit. Everybody, all the morals, all everybody's morals and shit is just like out the window. Nobody cares about nobody else. I mean, not to put you on the spot. If you're on here, I don't know if you're on here, Awaken World. Not to put you on the spot or anything, but take Awaken World for instance. Awaken World, Body Lit. Like these are older people, Awaken World, handicapped or confined to a wheelchair. And look at what these people commit against her every fucking day. Like, I mean, it's bad. It's one thing when you're doing it to like men or something like that. If you want to do it to men, not to say that's cool or anything, but you know, it's one thing to do it to men, but when you do it to women, children, people that are handicapped and shit, like that says a lot about you, man. That alone says a lot about these people. Them putting their kids on the front line says a lot about these people. Like, they can't give a fuck about. There's no way in the world they're gonna give a fuck about our lives when they don't even give a fuck about their own fucking kids. Like, they'll put their fucking kids on the front line, literally, knowing there's a possibility that, even if it's a very slim one, a very fucking slim one, we'll just say very fucking slim, hair thin slim, fucking, strand of hair thin slim. Why would you even fucking put your kid on the front line like that? Why would the police let you do that? Why would the police encourage you to fucking put your kid on the fucking front line in order to fuck with somebody that's been harassed for so many fucking years? Why would you respect the police officer? Why would you even respect the police for putting you in that position, even offering you a position like that? On top of that, anybody that's ever had a fucking family member that was killed by the cops and they know it was wrongful death, you know that these are the same tactics that they use to get away with murdering whoever they murdered in your family. Like, how could you be okay with participating in that? So that makes any type of wrongdoing in your eyes that they did to your cousin or whoever they did in your family, like, it makes all that shit non-void. You can't be mad at them for doing something to your cousin that you're fucking participating with them with and doing to somebody else. But, yep, I'll never understand it. I'll never fucking understand it. I mean, I understand the programming, but I'll never understand how people could be so stupid. It is evil to play or toy with someone's emotions, definitely. Your grandfather say anything that sounded like bread. Definitely hard to believe. Definitely hard to breathe out the motherfuckers. Like, literally, like, and then you can literally smell that I don't know if that's the fucking CO2 smell, but I remember, and I noticed it right away. All these years afterwards, like, this is fucking. I was 18, and I had got a job at it was through a temp agency, and we had to go to this place. Like, it had been fucking, it had, whatever building had water damage, and the pieces and shit they needed, so we had to by hand, we had to clean that shit. They had some type of solution, we had to dip that shit in, and we had to fucking, like, one person would dip it in the solution, you pass it to the next person, they dip it into another solution, wipe it down, and then it went down a big line like this, and but we all had to wear like those fucking. We put on this fucking plastic suit with the gloves, and we had the whole face fucking bullshit on, but our, like from the we had the our masks were like they were a little bit more fucking like strenuous than these masks. Like they were like fucking some type of whatever they were. They were thick as fuck. They were like fucking those masks that you like the construction workers and shit wear, but it covered your nose and your mouth. And like breathing in that shit, you get a certain fucking smell. Like in back then, I didn't. I just thought it was the smell of the mask and shit. But there's a fucking smell, man, and you have to take that shit off. Like especially when you're working with that shit on. Like you literally gotta fucking take that shit off and breathe because you get dizzy and shit. And that smell is your fucking hydro, whatever that shit is. That's the regurgitated air, whatever they call that shit. That shit'll kill your ass. And they got, they literally got motherfuckers walking around all day. Like they'll walk or not be around anybody. I seen people sitting at the park by themselves with that fucking shit on their face, like breathing that shit in all day, driving their fucking car with that shit on. And then they want to fucking come, but when they see me and I don't got mine on, they want to come fucking like that. They want to point at their fucking masks and shit, and fucking I've had people tell me you can't go in that store with no mask. Hey, what the fuck are you talking about? I come in here all the time, like. Like these people are literally fucking crazy, man. They're pretty soon they're gonna make it to where, you know, excuse me, it's legitimate. These people are gonna be so programmed and so fucking, you know, they're gonna make it to where these people start fucking attacking people. Like these people are gonna fucking literally, like you're gonna literally have to defend yourself if you're not wearing a mask. Like these people are gonna be so scared out of their mind, they're gonna go nuts, and they're gonna start attacking you if you're not wearing a mask at all times. Like you could be in the fucking bathroom, and if they catch you in the bathroom not wearing a mask, you're gonna have to defend yourself. And that's fucking crazy, man. And I see it coming, man. I can see it coming. People, just with me, man. People, I've had like numerous fucking occasions where people are trying to be bossy, like, and sometimes in a nice way, sometimes in a nice way, saying shit like, you should wear your mask, and and I try like to people that I think are legitimate and just trying to fucking, you know, try and be helpful to those people. Like I try and be helpful and shit, and not helpful, but I try and be respectful. And I say, yeah, I do just like I just don't wear it. Like I'll say something like I just don't wear it all the time, and they'll fucking